When I was in 5th grade, I lived in a large room above the garage of a home on Willowmere Circle in southwestern Connecticut. The Mediterranean-style home was an odd fit among all the traditional New Englanders on the block. The one other exception was the Tower's large Tudor-style home. It was just 2 doors away and across the narrow street, which was lined with large trees. The Towers had several teenagers, and since it was the 70s, the parties at the Towers house had become legendary among the young and curious, and the subject of scorn and discontent with the street's more conservative, wealthy neighbors. One week in September, the southwestern nub of Connecticut was being smothered by a heat wave. One particular Monday night was dead silent. No crickets, no waves lapping on the shore, no private jet slicing through the thick, dark silence. I could make out the distant sound of the air conditioner fan from my mother's window, but even that sounded faint and muffled. I rolled left and right in hopes of finding a comfortable position to sleep, but the sound of my own blood pulsing through my head made it impossible. My clock radio flipped through the hours like those old airport schedule boards from the 60s. A whooshing sound rushed into my head like someone playing with the volume dial. Random noise, perhaps a song. Soon flashes of light without thunder lit up the night sky and silhouetted the giant trees looming outside my windows. Suddenly, the screen door on the Tower's house flew open with a loud cracking sound like the blast of a gun in a tunnel. I jumped from my bed to see out the window that looked out over the street. A young girl in a light-colored nightgown came running out, screaming at the top of her lungs. She was not wearing any shoes and was running sort of randomly, but screaming all the way just the same. The Tower's screen door slammed open again, and 3 men came running out. As they caught up to the girl right in front of my window, her screaming turned to whimpers and sobbing. The men tugged at her arms, talking in hushed tones. They convinced her to go back with them, back inside the Tower's large Tudor home. Their voices faded into the heavy evening air. Soon the whooshing sounds and flashes of light returned. The dim amber light of the clock radio read 3:07. Again, the silence was ripped away by the loud crack of the Tower's screen door. This time was different. I didn't get out of bed to see. I did, however, listen. The girl ran screaming from the house, turned and ran directly under my window. The men giving chase were no longer trying to console her, but were laughing in a low, demonic way. They followed her right under my window and into my backyard, eventually fading away into the night. I slowly crawled from my bed and made my way to the window. Soaked and shivering from sweat, I began to see my own reflection on the glass. As I got closer, I squinted to see if it was me. Then, suddenly the glass pane shattered. A bloody hand reached in, wrapped its cold fingers around my neck and pulled me through. 4 a.m. How was I back in bed? The sheets were completely soaked. Whatever just happened convinced me to get into some dry pajamas and sneak into the extra bed in my mom's air-conditioned bedroom. In her room, the curtains waved in the breeze from the air conditioner. It was not ideal, but cooler and might help me get even just a little sleep before school. Without my clock radio there was no way of telling how much time had passed before I heard the screen door slam and the girl screaming again. The chase was similar, but this time under my mom's window. The screaming, the evil laughter. As I struggled to get my mom to wake up and listen to what was happening, the sheets on the right side of my bed began to move. I muttered. I tried turning my head in her direction, but rather than her asking if everything was all right, all I heard was that low, evil, bone-chilling, demonic laughter coming directly from her bed.
Mom!
I finally broke free and got her attention. I managed a quick explanation, but she immediately dismissed the entire thing as a simple nightmare. It didn't matter. It was time to get up for school. During breakfast, I told her the entire night's events in great detail. The screaming girl, the evil men laughing, and then her laughing, and of course, the broken window. She didn't believe a single bit. Not the face in the window, not being pulled through the broken glass, nothing. Just go take a shower and get ready for school, she told me. I'll go change your sheets for you. As my mother pulled on the curtain string to open the shades, she was startled by the sight of broken glass. Getting ready for my shower, I pulled off my shirt, revealing in the mirror my scratched and scarred back.